get into this. We're live. What's going on, Jennifer?
Hi, how are you?
Oh man, well, you and I were just kind of chatting it up and how exciting and like crazy and unbelievable and amazing this whole thing is.
Yes.
So for all of the people out there that know us and have been supporting us and like made it a point to be out here on our little book release here, not little, ginormous book release into the Omniverse.
Yes.
Thank you a gazillion times. And for folks that like we're just popping up on your LinkedIn because you're slacking off and not really working, or maybe taking an early lunch break.
Yes.
We're launching or announcing our book release. It's Lean in Love, 5S Love Letters. Look at that. Look at that. It actually exists. And I think technically we can say it's our second book, can't we, Jen?
Oh, gosh. I mean, the title's the same, but we just have two different editions.
So that's a little bit of an inside joke, y'all, because we do have like the Plumber's Edition. That's the first book. Maybe I'm stretching things a little bit. Totally unedited, very raw, lots of typos, lots of misspelled words, kind of difficult to follow. And now we got the English Teacher's Edition. Yes. And so there is a very unique mark on the cover. Yes. Jen, can you tell us about that?
Yes. So this is the cover of the English Teacher's Edition. Let me put it there. And so our first cut didn't have the doodle here on the top. Yep. And so we got a little bit of feedback. And so we were just like, hey, this looks kind of like could be a lot of, it could be a romance novel. It could be a lot of different things. But inside the book, it's kind of a fun, we've got doodles in there. We've got some, kind of a fun way to present some really, serious content. Yes. And so what we did for the final version was bring one of those doodles onto the cover and then redrew the rose and then put some little hearts and stuff on it to kind of bring it in and blend it with what's inside the book.
Yeah. And like, who's the master doodler?
I drew all the illustrations. Let's just go with that.
Yes, Jen. So like Jen's been kicking me in the ribs that I may be an author, but she's an author and an illustrator now. So like, let's give Jen some love in the comments. I'm going to give some love to the folks out there that are chiming in. We got Mr. Adam Hoots. Ooh, we got Professor S.P. Garg. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Professor, for being here with us. And rumor has it, there may be a vlog of all of us having a conversation about this subject, right? Because it's a book about relationships and more people, more precisely, things that we can do to enhance our relationships. And like the world kind of needs that right now.
I mean, because there's people everywhere and relationships everywhere and, just that kind of stuff.
Yes. You know this guy?
I do. We got to sign his book this week.
Yes, we did. We were on a book signing tour, y'all, and we're looking for volunteers to carry Jen's luggage next time, please, because I had luggage duty all week. Miss Crystal, good morning. How's it going? Oh, I know this person. Daniela.
Okay. Tell us about her. We don't know.
She is magical. Daniela has been helping do some under the hood work with my brain and my thinking and the way I show up in the world. So she gets a lot of credit for this hyper evolved specimen that I have become.
I think you mentioned not her specifically, but in the book you talk about that, right?
Yes, we talk about therapy and getting therapists, getting a third-party objective observer to like help. So you're not just recruiting accomplices that say, you're right, go get them, go dump them, go dump her. Yeah, they're wrong. Like, no. Let's get a little more objective here. We got LinkedIn user. Congratulations. Not sure who LinkedIn user is, but thank you. Or Neha S. Also, I think we're going to be vlogging. And we got Michael Woods coming in. Hola, MWM. Ooh, and then we got somebody who's got dirt on me, Miss Yvonne Gonzalez, who I went to high school with. What's up, sister? She's always been super supportive. She says, congratulations. She's happy for both of us.
Thank you.
Oh, man, We got a bunch of people. Union Labor Advisory Network says congratulations. They got a
Nice.
copy on the way. You know this guy?
Yes.
Armando coming in from YouTube land. What's going on, brother? Oh. And I heard that this young lady is having a bit of a watch party right now. What do you got to say to that party, Jen?
Yeah, I know she like wanted to make sure she had the times right, and then she was like, "There may be some other people that I will recruit in for this." So I don't. So I'm gonna wait, and I'll probably hear about it later.
Oh yeah. And so for folks that are wondering, like I know you're just dying to get a copy. It's on Amazon. I'll be posting a link in the chat here in a bit. But if you search Lean and Love 5S Love Letters, you will find the book.
Yes.
And thank you for celebrating with us, because that makes it like y'all don't even know how amazing this is. Like it's just it doesn't entirely register. Jen, what do you think?
You're right. I think every time we talk, and it's been, I think it's a couple of things. One, it's we have this book that like it's been this journey. So there's so many people that are popping up over here that have been on this journey with us, and Adam specifically, that's like, is there really a book? Are y'all really doing something? Are y'all just talking a bunch of crap? And so it's been a process, because Jesse's one that just wants to push the button and go, because he thinks you can just write a book. And there's some other things that play into that, like grammar and format and flow,
details,
things that are important to me. And so we couldn't just like copy paste, push the button, here we go, we're published authors. So it took us a little longer than maybe we anticipated. But we are here, and we had a lot of people that have been on this journey with us and that have been feeding into us just encouragement and support and just so many things that, one, even though today we're talking about our book, we wanted today to be also about everybody that was a part of making this possible.
Yes, 100%. And so back to like a little bit of history. Mm-hmm. It came from the 5S in relationships live streams that you and I started. Crazy idea. We're just going to have a conversation and kind of tie it to construction. And then the community that showed up was like, no, let's talk more about like the real life personal stuff. Mm-hmm. And then I don't know why, I think it was December, where I was like, okay, we need to like, I think we could turn this into the book, because I had transcribed, I didn't do it, the app did it, transcribed the recording. Not a great job of transcription, but somebody that was a major contributor to the book, Kim White,
yes,
with my sexy business team. Shout out to Kim. I'm going to say it. She didn't get after me because she doesn't like me giving her credit, but she played a tremendous role in this thing coming to life. And she said, Jesse, I love the idea, but these transcriptions don't make any sense. So we went back and started with her guidance and leadership of how to structure the book. And there's quotes from Jen, there's quotes from me, there's quotes from the tribe. We got a whole bunch of people in there that were commenting during the live streams. It added tremendous value to the conversation. So we included that in the book. And I guess the underlying message there is nothing but like appreciation and love for everybody, because everyone has contributed to this coming to life. Like it would not be here without everybody. What you got there, Jen?
So I can like, that's like a page with a quote from a contributor, and just, that's kind of the way the book's laid out. It's just Jesse and I talking, and content and voices from other people that have been on this journey with us.
Yes, 100%. We got Ebenezer Samuel says, congrats to both of you. Thank you, sir, very much. We got Will Sullivan out there connecting. And that's another thing, y'all, like this, we have discovered an amazing community of really passionate, forward-thinking individuals that want to contribute to a more fruitful experience as we walk on this rock. And the way to continue that growth and making that happen is with us connecting with one another. So like everybody that's in the chat, on the LinkedIn. We're very active on LinkedIn. So for the folks in like Facebook land and YouTube, we love you too. I'll do my best to stay up with Facebook and YouTube, but LinkedIn is really where we do most of our commiserating. Um, Maya Little says, "Hey, hey,
Hi, Maya.
congratulations!"
How are you?
And then Steve Martin, the chief marketeer, says, "Who was the idiot from No BS Marketing that scheduled this launch on the last Friday of the month?" That'd be me. Guilty. Miss Avon, she says, "Congratulations on the book release. Thank you." Will says, "Love the shirt. Where's the fishnet?" I can.
No, that's not what he said. He just said he likes that you have a shirt on. That's what
Oh
I said.
man, look at this. So Jeremiah Buckle. Oh man, I'm gonna get emotional. Thank you, man. I've known him since sixth grade. And so there's this group of folks that we all went to Tafoya Middle School. We've experienced some pretty intense experiences in our life. And here we are, and he's still behind me. Thank you. Thank you. Woo, baby, that's not what I expected. All right, Wesley Baker. What's going on, Mr. Baker? Another person that supported me through some really tough times. He's saying congrats to Jesse and Jen. Mr. Matt, oh my God, y'all are amazing. I need to stop because I'm going to keep crying. Kirby says congratulations. So I think I need to like turn this mirror around because, like I said, I'm getting emotional right now. I want to ask the folks out because there are a bunch of people out there that got the first book that we wrote.
And even the second, some are already
and even some have both,
and they're celebrating. Yes.
So I'd love to know, like, what takeaways have y'all gotten? Those of you that do have the book, what takeaways do you have from the book? Because we have one goal. Is that correct, Jen?
Yes. So when we start, well, again, there's so much that we're assuming that people know because they're jumping on, but I also see names of people that haven't been on this journey with us and they're kind of like, oh, what's this train? Let me jump on. And so a little bit, I know you hate when I have to give like context to the conversation, but I feel like we need to do that right now real quick. So again, the book is based on Jesse getting some letters from someone he was in a relationship with, and they really went to where he was. They took something that was important to him, which was lean manufacturing, lean construction, kind of the space he worked in, and took a tool and applied it to personal relationships. So set, sort, shine, standardize, and sustain are the 5 S's. And they took that and they broke it down into how you can apply that to personal relationships, which applies to everything, not just construction, not just lean. And he had these letters, to try to help salvage a relationship. And it didn't end up being salvaged, but he knew that they were valuable. And then he and I kind of connected and we started talking. And then we went in and did these live streams to really highlight the value of each of those letters. And then that's what turned into the book. And I think the magic here is that the people we're talking to, like about 50% of them aren't even in construction, maybe don't even know a lot about lean, but the value that they're getting from the book is because it's about human beings and it's about relationships. So I'm not sure about you, Jesse, but do you know any human beings that like don't have any need or knowledge or understanding of relationships?
Well, I know one who thought he didn't need them. That's me. But no, I think that's like the one thing that came across that motivated us to go forward with making the live streams a book is the response from the people that were showing up like every other Saturday. And then that turned into No BS with Jen and Jess. And people were just signaling to us there's a gap. Like we started this thing and then it was like all of a sudden now we got to be responsible because we've opened up this can of worms and people like Miss Amy Campbell, right?
No, that's
wrong Amy. But so Elizabeth Amy, she's one of my oldest friends.
Okay.
Not by age. I think I've known Liz since 4th grade.
What?
Yeah, yeah,
You're like
yeah.
pulling them
And
all
we're
out of the
still friends.
woodworks
So, like,
on this one.
that just tells you how awesome I am, that people want to be
Okay.
associated with me forever.
No, they just have so much dirt on you that they're like, I'm gonna hold this, and I gotta stay around. So at some point, I'll be able to leverage it.
Yes, yes. Now, Amy Campbell is who I
Yes.
meant to go to
Yes.
earlier, who has been with us since like the very beginning and shared how meaningful the conversation was. And the way she shared that was bringing her thoughts and getting vulnerable and being open, and looking talking about how she was going to show up differently at work.
Yes.
And it's like, okay, damn it, now we got to turn this thing into a book and continue sharing it and work towards our goal.
Yes.
Which the goal, we
Oh, I'm
had
sorry. You asked me that. Like you asked me, and I went on to this whole. Sorry.
Yeah.
The goal at the beginning was to impact one person, one life, and to help somebody be able to leave the conversation and go and something be better. Like whether it's a relationship, a conversation, a connection, an interaction inside work or outside of work. That was our goal. One person that's able to take something, a nugget, something that somebody said, and be able to go and feel like that they have enhanced or bettered a life because of it.
Yes. I believe this book, like the things that I've learned and that we shared that's in this book, have made me a better brother, a better son, better coworker. And that just translates into a higher quality of life, right? Like the people that know me, I was talking about Elizabeth, Amy, Bucko, like they've known me for a long time, and I was on a path that did not translate into me being up here on stage with you and writing a book. And had I had the lessons that are in this book that I learned along the way, I would have been a better person to the people around me. And so my hope is that at least one person finds themselves something in there that'll help them be a better sister, a better mother, again, better friend, a better significant other. And if you're on the catch and release program like me, there's exponential opportunity there. That's what you told me to say that, so I've said it. I want to give a shout out to some more people that we got coming in.
Yes.
Miss Yesenia, she started this like every week. She does like a shout out.
Oh, yes.
And she's been sharing some love. Yesenia, thank you for showing up with us here. James, right? So not only is he reading it now, he's also shared one of his takeaways. He and his wife are doing the magnetic calendar this weekend. And so again, that's an example of some like just the little tactics or techniques that came up in the conversation of like how to communicate and like minimize the drama that we add into our day because we don't fully communicate. Steve Martin says, a very personal takeaway. I met you both through the No BS tribe at the intersection of lean, CI, and relationships. The book visually shows so much of the story. #destiny, #help the one. And just so y'all know, Mr. Steve Martin is working on a book too.
Yes. We have a lot of people in our tribe, working on books.
Yep. Oh, you remember this guy?
Oh, I do. Yes. He was the first one to go on Google and give us Amazon and give us a review, which was amazing.
Yes. And so just a flashback, right? Because the videos are still out there, and we were just going to do 5 live streams on the 5 S's and wrap it up and be done. But through that conversation, when Thomas LeMay pointed it out, he's like, bro, like y'all got like the people in the audience are comprised of or represent the biggest builders in the country. And I was like, mind blown. And then we started having the after parties on Clubhouse where we're all talking and getting to know each other, which we got another little bit of a party scheduled for folks. I'm going to post something here in a second. And then the conversation transformed into like the epidemic of suicide and mental, or the lack of mental wellness or poor mental wellness in the construction industry. And so then we had a live stream, like a wrap-up session with Spencer, Buddy, Thomas, Adam, Brian Winningham. And Spencer shared a very heartfelt, real life experience of how the lack of relationships, or maybe the lack of intensity and focusing on connecting, had contributed negatively to his life. And so his comment is, the lack of work-life balance and putting the hard conversations at home struck such a chord with me in the book. I wish I had had this book in my 20s. Ditto. Ditto. So we're going to, what are we going to do next?
Are you going to share? You're going to invite people to the Zoom call tomorrow?
Yes. Thank you for the reminder. So we're going to have a Zoom party mañana in the mañana. So at 8 a.m. Central, we're going to have a Zoom party. This little QR code, and I recognize that that's going to be funky. So, Jen, I'm going to have to hand it over to you so I can put it all in, like a link in the chat.
Okay.
And so take you to a little form to give us, to share your name and your email address, so that we can send you the Zoom link if you want to hang out with them. Because here's the thing, like, it's fun to be up here and speaking and interacting with the chat and the comments, but it's also a little stinky because we don't get to see your face, and we don't get to hear your voice. And so this is kind of an upgrade to the typical after parties that we have with the No BS with Jen and Jess, where we're going to be on Zoom, and would love to hang out with y'all. I promise I will brush my teeth.
And wear a shirt.
I'm not promising.
I need that right now, like on video, so people with that we have that recorded. You're going to wear a shirt.
I think my Wi-Fi is breaking.
It's not breaking up. You're supposed to... So put the link in there. And so no, tomorrow morning we're super excited because we're going to do a Zoom kind of a after party, after lunch party, face-to-face party. And it is a follow-up, but also, again, you get to hear us talk and see us and all of that. But I mean, like, the magic is the comments, and Jesse and I talk about that all the time, is the people that show up and the people that contribute to our conversations is what elevate everything we talk about, every topic, every time we do this. And so the Zoom call is, again, for you to be able to join a call tomorrow morning where we get to see your face, and you get to voice and share your comments, or even support. It doesn't even matter. You don't have to have read the book, but people that we know that are in our space, in our tribe, and to be able to have some interaction with you in the morning. Because again, we are excited, but if you don't know it, we go on LinkedIn, we have these conversations, the No BS tribe. If you are not a part of the No BS tribe, just go look on LinkedIn, No BS with Jen and Jess, follow it. We have amazing people in that space that show support and love. And but like, we want to be able to interact with you and talk with you, and just to show our appreciation, because we get on calls and I'm just like, oh, holy crap, did you see that? Did you, I can't believe this is happening, because we're still amazed every day that this happened, and that we have all the support that we have out there. So just, that's the goal of tomorrow, is just being able to interact with you, and you don't have to just sit and listen to us or watch Jesse, like, make sure he looks pretty.
Yes. Pretty. So, okay, I just posted the link. It's in Facebook, it's in YouTube, and I just posted it to LinkedIn, and we have the QR code. It's going to be super awesome. So some other contributors, No BS tribe members.
Okay.
Jamie Knox.
Yes.
Ordering now. And Spencer Easton. I feel you, baby.
Spencer, you're not helping.
Who is also an author, right? Like,
yes.
Don't forget that man's an author as well.
Yes.
And then one of your new besties, Miss Izzy Melissa's coming in from YouTube. What's going on, sister? Did you get your steps in today? Because I have not, and I'm probably not going to get my steps in today, because I've been slacking bad this week. Being an author just takes so much out of me. So
Just
Jen,
watch
like,
it because no, when Jesse's around you, you got to watch because he's like snapping these random pictures you don't even know he's snapping, and then they just show up on social media and you don't even know they exist. That's what I've been dealing
what do you think about Will's comment there?
with. I think Will just likes to fuel the file. I really do. I think he knows that as soon as he puts that out there, I'm gonna be like, we do not. That's for Instagram. So those of you that don't know, Jesse has a presence on Instagram. If you go follow him, but it is a little bit different angle, a little bit different perspective on his training for a marathon and his out on the paddleboard. Maybe he has shorts on, maybe he doesn't have shorts on, maybe he falls in the water because he's trying to like do a selfie with his video. I mean, all that fun stuff that is all Jesse. And so it's on Instagram because that's what he's doing. And so Will, and all his amazingness, decides we can't just leave it on Instagram. And so he goes and takes links from that and puts it in our No BS communication and our pod and stuff. And so all of it gets pulled into LinkedIn and people get to see it, and Jesse gets to like bask in the glory. And so now Will's like, oh, he should be no, Will, this is a very fine, very hard line on Instagram and LinkedIn and what Jesse can do on each platform.
Well, I think we got a second vote coming in from Jim Gontorius here. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you, man. It's Saturday morning. Come on, girl. No, being silly, but yes, again, thank you for the support. Mr. Thomas LeMay says, work, life, there is no membrane between them. Let's just call it living.
Right.
Ooh, gangsta. So Thomas and I were recording, and I'm holding the bag on the collabo sessions on the goal. And that kind of came up, or it seems to keep coming up, right? This work-life, I'm going to call it work-life intensity. It's not a separate thing. We're human beings everywhere we go all the time. And like, why not let's connect like human beings, because that's what's natural.
Right.
Then we got Chamaka Joyce. She says, community building is very important. Can't wait for the Zoom meeting. Looking forward to meeting you tomorrow morning. And then we got like another celebrity author here, Jen. You know that name?
Yes, we saw him this week at one of the Lean Coffees. Yes.
Can you see that? I can't read.
I can't. Yes, you want me to read it?
Please.
Yeah, congratulations to you both. Thank you, Keon. My favorite quotes from the book: remember, it isn't only the checklist and the tools that are important, because the people side of Lean is what makes it happen, Jen. And then also, as it relates to relationships, trust, emotional bank accounts, and all these squishy things, they are the mortar between the bricks. Sometimes we are overly focused on stacking of the bricks and ignoring the mortar. Jess, those are both two quotes from the book. Thank you, Keon.
Yes, thank you, Keon. Appreciate that, my friend. So we got Adam Hoots, right? You started this fire. He said, "Have you seen his fans only account?"
No. If I have, it was not intentional.
And it's a LinkedIn after dark. Jesse, is what his IG is about. You got it. You guys, please stop with all the attention. Please, no more. No more. All my people out there in Facebook land, you know I'm eating this up. Rezgani, thank you. He says, amazing presentation. And so we got some, here's another brother right there, Mr. George Sanchez. Known him since 6th grade. Love you, my man. Appreciate your support. Look, I'm doing good stuff. And I have all my clothes on right now.
Yes. Yes.
Sarah, we got to meet Sarah on Monday. How was that?
Yes.
Oh, we got a team stream going on in the conference room. What's going on, people? Oh, man, that was awesome.
It was fun getting to meet all them and walk the job and see everybody on Monday at their job site.
Yes, they're doing amazing things. And like, you can see the relationships out there on that project. You can see the connection of the men and women out there that are doing the damn work. So shout out to y'all for doing that, for creating the conditions where people can be safe and connect. It's not easy, and it does take a real commitment. So are there like quotes of people in here? Like
there are. there's like a lot of people that like what's happening right now on the side where all of you are just feeding into this conversation and Jesse's pulling them up. Like we had people during our live streams talking about the content of the book before the book existed that were feeding in conversations, feeding in comments to our conversation. And we actually pulled specific comments out and they are in the book. We like highlighted people and had their names and like just like that. Exactly. So
But
throughout the book, there are comments based on people that contributed to the conversation.
yeah, we got Vance Valencia in there, Ian Smith, Mike Kyman, uh, Christy Powell, Adam Hoots, Jen. Like, there's this Jen name that's over and over and over. Like, man, Angel Lavecchio. I mean, we got Thomas LeMay,
Keon, Brian Winningham, Mary
Keon,
Allison.
Brian
Yes.
Winningham. I mean, tons and tons of people that, again, that contributed to the book. And more importantly, that are contributing to like an amazing experience I'm having right now in life. Like this is, we got y'all here with us. I'm going to keep gushing, but it's amazing. We got, I like this comment. Mr. John Schmidt says, first time visiting the tribe and I can feel the BS leaving my body.
Yes.
Oh man.
We're going to use that quote for something. I'm just going to say.
Yep. We're going to be clipping that one.
Yes. So we did it. Okay. So we've kind of skated around this, but based on the live streams, we did the 5S, we did the after party, we did all those things last fall. And then we were wrapping it up because we finished all of our conversations, and everyone that had been a part of that journey with us goes, okay, but like, what's next? And Jesse and I looked at each other and went, what do you mean? Like we wrapped this topic up, we're done. And they're just like, no, but what's next? Like, I mean, we're here, we're on the hook, we're like ready to go. And what's next? And again, that was a very crucial conversation between you and I, Jesse, where we're like, okay, well, we need to figure out what's next. And that is where the No BS with Jen and Jess platform like was created. So it wasn't us going, oh, we need to do this. It was a need was out there and it was voiced and it was communicated. And we're like, okay, well, then we're going to create this platform. And we launched it in January. And every other Saturday morning, 8:00 Central, not this Saturday, because we did one last Saturday, we just feed in and talk about those uncomfortable conversations that we just don't have at home or at work. And it's, again, talking about people that influence us, talking about stabilization, talking about the foundation that we kind of build upon, how to keep people from killing our dreams. How do we identify our impact? How do we own it? So just, again, kind of some all over the place. There's no method to the madness because Jesse's usually the one that, helps create the agenda. But that platform is there and we're doing that, and we're on LinkedIn, trying to grow our tribe of just people that show up, get vulnerable, are authentic, they trust, and there's no BS. I mean, that's just kind of what it is.
And if there is BS, that's my responsibility. I'm going to bring that with us. So I'm going to, here, like, just for real.
Yeah.
I want to, like, you and I, we got some like official, what do you call them? These things, the
reviews.
Official reviews.
Yes, for the books.
For the book on the Amazon.
Yes.
Which is like, again, just totally surreal in that, like, this is really happening. You can tell I'm like at a loss for words because it doesn't really make sense to me, except that y'all have been so supportive and this thing just continues to grow and be awesome. And so this one is a review from Spencer Easton. We put a beautiful picture in there. And so, like, for real, I'm not going to like try to be subliminal with this. Like, y'all's reviews make me feel really great. And it also helps like push the book out and help other people get exposed to that. So if you're willing to give us some more of your time and leave us a review, we love it. Like, we got several folks that have been posting pictures of them with the book, posting takeaways with the book. my like y'all don't know, but as soon as I see it, I'm like texting Jen, like, Jen, did you see? Yeah, so Christy posted something. Hey, Spencer, Joe John Road. Like it's I don't even know how to explain. It's kind of like, when like in school, like the summer's ending and you're going to buy school clothes and you're going to buy school supplies, and like you get super excited, or the book fair. Oh, the book fair is good. Like that's what it feels like. I don't know. What about you, Jen? Am I the only weirdo that
No,
feels that way about this?
it's surreal, and as much as we anticipate, okay, this could happen or whatever. I think I'm going to say for me, every day something happens, and I'm on the phone with you going, oh my gosh, look at this, can you believe this? And you're like, yeah, like I can. And I'm like, I can't, like I wasn't prepared for just the support and what people could see in it, but also like that, just the belief and I don't know, just the engagement, the love, the compassion, just everything that people are feeding into what we've created. And we saw the value, and that's why it was created. But like other people are going, man, I could have used this before. I was talking to my brother. I told you this yesterday, and he's like, Jennifer, what's magical about this book and is I don't work in construction, and I only know lean from your lens. So like the things you talk to me about, that's what I know about lean. But outside of that, like I am not at any point a construction person or somebody that is a lean champion. He goes, and there's so much in this book that's going to help me just with people and relationships. And I was just like, well, the magical, like all the little, like all the rainbows and stuff were going off in my head, because it's like that was what we wanted to do.
Yes. Yeah. It's transcendent. With y'all's help, it will continue to help others. And that's the whole point. Like for me, I'm here to serve, right? I want to introduce people to the promise they are intended to be. And by you helping us expand our reach, you're going to feed and fuel my dream and my mission. Um, so we got some folks out. So, well, first of all, Rafael Franca, just finished an Ironman, and I talked to him yesterday for about 15 minutes. I'm like inspired. I'm not going to say I'm signing up for like a full Ironman, but I'm definitely going to do a triathlon. But he left us an amazing review. Thank you, Rafa.
Yes.
And Miss Melissa, she left us a review as well, and so did Spencer. So y'all, for real, like it's a very special thing. Y'all are making my experience here on this world like super precious. Please give it up. And yes, there's a little capitalism associated with that, like more reviews, more posts, give it some run.
But it's the run, because in our minds, and Jesse and I, from the beginning, and it's great. We sell books, that's great. But in our minds, we're selling books. That means more people are reading it and more people are getting the message, and they're having the conversations with the people in their lives, which means it's making lives better. And
yes,
I mean, you can't put money on that. You can't put money on someone reading this and seeing how they can better a relationship that in turn could salvage a marriage, that could salvage a friendship, that could save somebody's life because they see the value of having to have those crucial conversations that could, someone could have just chosen to walk by and not stopped and observed and seen something and said, hey, what's going on or whatever. That conversation could like impact, create ripples beyond what we can even know. So like that's our goal. And the other stuff is it's just extra. It's just the icing in the balloons and stuff, because
yes,
there's just so much in what we're talking about.
Yes, 100%. And so back to like the real purpose of this show, No BS Compliance is pondering if a no shirt Jesse celebration should be planned when No BS with Jen and Jess reaches 1,000. Looking for y'all's feedback, No BS tribe. Come on, baby, let us know. And then Adam says, oh, yeah? When does the soundtrack come out, Steve Martin?
Ooh, calling him out.
Calling him out, because Steve Martin, if y'all don't know, Steve Martin actually wrote 2 songs and performed them live with the No BS tribe, which was, again, just an amazing, beautiful experience. #Destiny, right, Steve? Like this is the kind of things that are happening. And
And you can
Michael,
go, like, you can actually go. I want you to move on, but you can actually go to the No BS with Jen and Jess LinkedIn page and scroll down, and you can find where we live streamed him singing these songs he wrote that came from comments and contributions from the people in our tribe, which was
yes,
just magical.
yes, and our YouTube channel, the No BS
Yes.
with Jen and Jess YouTube channel. You can also find it there. Michael Woods says, musicians against multiple sclerosis, salute your work.
Thank you,
Thank
Michael.
you, Michael. That's amazing. Thank you for spending the time with us. You know this person?
I do. Yes.
And then we got Miss Holly. How you doing, Holly? Got your back. I ain't taking you to court. Ain't assigning any of that. That's an inside joke because we're in a mastermind together. And Holly has a writer's intensive. And so for all of you aspiring authors, Adam, hit up Holly because I think she can help bring that thing to life. You know me, I can't help but be a goofball. And then Miss Angel, the curious
She's in the book. She's
idealist.
got a quote. She's got a
She's
quote in
in
the
the
book.
book. Angel, you are in the book, sister. Yes, thank you. She's excited for us to bring this to life, and we're going to help a lot of people. Hope so. Thank you, Angel. Appreciate that. Dr. M is sending us a plane to get us all back into India so we can do the vlog. We'll be vlogging. We've got to get that on the calendar. Well, I think we probably exhausted everybody's early lunchtime, right? Because I know
If we give them a little bit of time, they can grab like a sandwich or something before they go back to their desk.
Yes, yes. Man, appreciate y'all. Look, Francis says, congratulations. Thank you, Miss Francis. Another amazing educator that's out there impacting lives, like for real, for real. Oh my God, here we go. Laurie Paget says, way to go. Thank you, Laurie.
Thank
Y'all
you,
are
Laurie.
amazing. Jen, you got any closing thoughts?
I have a lot of thoughts. I think for me, just it's, and Jesse knows this, every day is surreal when it comes to just what we've been able to talk about and the space that we've been able to create for people to come into and breathe life into it. And I just want to, from the bottom of my heart, just the appreciation and just thank you for continuing to show up and continuing to bring your real self and talk about some of these things that are not comfortable, much less in our construction space. It's like taboo. And you just keep breathing life into everything that we show up to talk about. And I just ask you to continue to do that because we are growing and the conversations are getting bigger and it is changing the way people are looking at work. And so thank you.
Yes, yes. And on the same note, thank you to everybody. Kim, Princess Kim White, my sexy business team, Vance, Nurkash, the No BS tribe, Steve Martin, Will Sullivan. I mean, even like Yesenia, right? Like even our title came from everybody has contributed to this book. Like it again, it would not be a thing had it not been for y'all's continued support. And so this is an artifact of the proof of the impact and contribution you've had on my life personally, but also being able to have these types of conversations with y'all and sharing your time with us, playing hooky from work to watch a live stream. Like, you don't understand. I don't feel less than anymore. And I'm grateful to y'all for that. So we're going to close.
Thank
Don't
you.
forget, there's a link in there to sign up, to give us your email address so we can be on the Zoom tomorrow and y'all can make me cry and make fun of each other. But I love y'all deeply. Jennifer, I love you, girl. Thank you for being brave and doing this with me. It's been amazing.
Yes.
Peace. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I'm going to start taking off my shirt.